Hello and welcome to this video tutorial showing you everything you need to know to get started and use Canva Presentations. So this is going to be a rather long video, so if you need to jump to a certain section, I will have timestamps in the description of the video. So Canva Presentations is such a powerful tool, whether you're a teacher, a business owner, an employee, whatever the need is for a presentation, Canva can do it. As you can see here, we are in the Canva Presentations screen here, but basically you would need to go to Canva, obviously canva.com. Canva is my go-to for anything visual, like for social media or anything of that nature, and they just keep getting better. So in order to get to presentations, what you would want to do is go ahead and go to canva.com and log in. Now, there is a premium version of Canva, but nothing that I'm going to be showing you today is going to be free, so don't worry about that. In order to get to presentations, what you would do here is you could just search in the search bar and just type in presentations. So if you type in presentations, it should come up right here and it'll take you to where you want to go. Or in the top little bar here, you should see an option where you can click on presentations, and then you'll see the different types of presentations that you can do. Think of this as like PowerPoint on steroids. So you have just a normal presentation here. You have a talking presentation where you can record yourself talking over a presentation. You have a mobile first presentation, a 4x3 presentation, and then you have a couple more for like brainstorming and games. We're going to go over just the normal like presentation if you were to do a pitch deck or something for your company or business, or if you're a teacher to your students. So as you can see here, when you go into a blank presentation within Canva, you're going to have a blank canvas over on the right. Now, the power in Canva Presentations, in my opinion, is the design elements of being able to choose from different templates. So right here, if we go to Design on the left-hand side, and by the way, everything that you would want to do within Canva Presentations is going to be on this left-hand sidebar. So go ahead and go to Design, and then just go to Templates right here. So under templates, you're going to see a bunch of different templates, and I mean a bunch. So under all results here, you can go and you can choose and you can look at all of these different templates. So let's just say you like this template here. You just click on it and look, not only does it give you the title screen, but it also gives you a bunch of different variations for that same template or theme. It gives you the style of that, the coloring guide, all of that good stuff. And we can just start adding by clicking. So we add that page there, and then we'll add this page here. And as you can see at the very bottom, I call this my timeline. This is going to be where the different slides are added. Now, if you wanted to, you could start from scratch and you could just go here and add a blank page, and you could start adding elements of your own and designing. But when you can start from just this very nice template action here, it's really easy just to go in and double click and just type in the information that you want. But I'm going to hop over to my little presentation here for the purposes of this video. So here we are with the templates and everything on the left-hand side, and then everything that you can work on will be here in kind of your canvas area on the right. So once you've chosen your template and you have all of the different slides over here that you can choose from, you can start adding the ones that you like. Like I like this graph one right here. I want to include the graph in my presentation. The beauty of this is if I ever add something that I really don't want to use and I see it in full view here, I can just click or highlight this in my timeline and then just go ahead and click the backspace or delete key on my keyboard, and it is completely gone. And then I can go here and choose another slide that I can add. I can also click and hold these slides down here on the timeline, and you can see that purple line come up. This will allow you to move and rearrange the slides and the order that the slides are going in. The first thing I want to show you is how to move things around the slide or the canvas area to get the look and feel that you want. So you can click and hold and hover over any element within the Canva Presentations here, and you can see I can go and I can click and hold and I can move things around. And you're going to see these little magenta lines come up. I call these my alignment grids. If you've ever worked in Photoshop or another design tool, you'll know what these are. It allows you to center or align or make sure that you have the appropriate amount of spacing or the exact amount of spacing on the different sides of different elements. That way you can center and arrange the elements the way that you want. So click and hold, drag those around, and you can put those exactly where you want with the help of those alignment grids. Now, how do we resize things? Very simple. Once you have an element within Canva, and you highlight and click on it, you're going to see the resizing options on the exterior of that element. You can click and hold that on the four corners to make it larger or smaller. If you click and hold the lines right here on the sides and top right here that are not in the corners, it's going to only increase or decrease the frame, not necessarily the element. So if you want to do an element resize here, and you click and drag, and that will then allow you to resize, and then you can click and hold and replace where you want that element to go. So that's kind of how you move things around. Also, a couple other things that you can do with the different elements on your presentation is you can click and hold like this little blue element here, and I can change the color of that. Anything that you can do with whatever you click on within your slide here, you can see at the top here, we can change the color, we can animate it, which I will get into that shortly. You can change the position. You can even go here and change the transparency. You can copy it, or you can lock that, and now I can't move that. No matter what I do, I cannot move that. But if I want to unlock it, I click it, and then go right here to where you can unlock that, and you can see all of my options come back available to me here. Now, again, if I want to add more slides, I would just go over here and click one, and that's going to add that slide. I can rearrange them down here below, and then I can just start double clicking into the text here, and I can start typing. Now, if you want to add elements from a blank slide here, what I recommend that you do is go to Elements. Everything that we're going to be doing is going to be on this left-hand sidebar over here. Everything under Elements you can use that doesn't have the Pro or the little icon here. That means that you can't use it unless you pay for Canva Premium. But again, this is one of the things to where everything in Canva can be done on the free platform. So in order to add an element that Canva provides to you, let's say we want to add a motorcycle. We'll go ahead and type in motorcycle just like this. And as you can see, anything that I can add with or around motorcycles will show up. And I want to add this guy here. And as you can see, whenever you click on the element right here, it'll automatically add it over to your slide. And then you can see you can click and hold, drag, resize, do everything that you may need to do. And then once you've added the element, you can go up here and customize the color. You can edit the image. You can do a bunch of fun things directly within Canva. Also, I failed to mention, if you want to zoom out or zoom into your presentation, you can do so in the lower right-hand corner here by just clicking and dragging to the left or right of this resize bar here, and it'll give you a better view or visibility of your presentation. Now, we've added the graphic. I like where it is. I've put it where I want it. Now I want to add some text. Well, over here, you're going to see another icon that says text. If we go and click on text here, you're going to see a bunch of different fonts that are available to you. You're going to have the default text styles, which are like the headings and subheadings and just regular general font. But if you scroll down under like recently used, you can see some that I've recently used, or you can go and scroll down and there are a number of different fonts that you can choose and use from. But remember, you can only use the ones that do not have the crown unless you are a member of Canva Pro. So I like this font style here. So you just click on it and it adds a text box where you can click and hold and move around like anything else. And then you just double click or you select the text right here, hover over it, and you begin typing like I'm going to do here. And you can see that's how you do it. If you want to undo something that you've done within the presentation, you can do Command or Control Z on your keyboard like that, or you can hit the little undo button in the upper left-hand corner right here, and that will completely undo everything that you've done. So I have my text here that I've added. I'm going to drag it somewhere around here, and I now have it in my presentation. Now, the cool thing about presentations is it works very similar to PowerPoint or something of that nature, where you can add animations to not only the slides here, but you can add animations to different elements within your slides. So what you can do is you can select something here, and I want to go and select this motorcycle here, and I'm going to go to Animate. If I click on Animate, it's going to allow me to bring up all of the different animations that they have available for this element. So I want it to go ahead and rise. And when you click on the animation, not only will it give you just a simple animation, but you can adjust the speed of the animation if you are a Pro member. And then you can also change the direction in which it comes in or out. And then you can have it animate on either when it enters the slide or when it exits. I'm going to do both right here. And then as you can see, that is going to animate and come in and out. That's how you add animations to specific elements. But if you want to add animations to a specific slide, so let's say slide number 2 here, you're going to see something when you kind of click off or you select. When you have an element selected on a slide, it's not going to allow you to animate the specific slide. But if you click off somewhere over here, and you are still here on this slide, you're going to see something that gives you a edit timing up here. This is going to be the timing in which, if you have it automatically running or you export this as a video, this is going to be how long it stays on this specific slide or how long it takes to animate to the next slide. So what you would want to do is you would just want to select this, choose the timing of your kind of how long you want it to stay here. And then you could even apply this to all of the slides within the presentation thus far and in the future, and then just click off. And that's going to allow you to, when you export this, that's going to be how long it stays here if it's an autoplay within like a video format or in a auto presentation, okay? So that's how you add animations to not only elements, but your specific slides as well. And there are so many more things that you can do. Like when you select an element here and you go to animate, depending on whether it's text or an image, like text has different things. Like text, you can pop, wipe, breathe in, tectonic, like this one here. I like the one here that allows it to kind of pop in. And then I'm going to go ahead and decrease the speed there. Also, if you want to remove an animation, you just go into the animation tab here and you can go to remove all animations. Now, there's a bunch of other things I can show you. Like there's the ability to create your own animation with a new Pro feature. So basically you can click and hold something and have it go all over the screen and then end up exactly where you want it. We've covered adding elements, but how do we upload like images and things that we want from our computer or things that we've downloaded on the web? And we don't want to use things that like Canva has, provided to us. You want to go to the Uploads tab. So under the Uploads tab here, you're going to see a bunch of different things. You're going to see images, videos, audio, and these are going to be things that you've uploaded already, right? So anything that I've uploaded in the past, recent, I can do that here. But in order to upload a file, you go to Upload File, and then find the file or image or whatever it may be that you want to add to the presentation. Select that, click Open, and that will then add it over here to the elements that you can add to your presentation. So here's a picture of me. I can click on that picture, and I can add that picture in one of these frames here. I can click and adjust. I can drag that around. If I want to, I can double click within the frame to make sure that it fits there the way I want it. And as you can see, boom, I've added that element directly to my presentation. And I guess that's a good time to talk about framing. These are frames right here. Anything that's kind of presented to you in these little frame boxes, where you see these images within a specific shape, I can go and I can click one of my elements here and I can drag that. And if I hover over that frame, it allows me to place that image within that frame. But if I double click here, it then allows me to click and hold and drag with a little grid line here. And I can also click the corners and increase and decrease the size. And then once I get it positioned where I want it, I click off and there you go. That's going to be within the frame. So again, you can upload images, videos, and audio, and you can sort by them by clicking the tabs at the top right here. You can search your uploads and anything once you get a bunch of them in the search bar above. And then another thing you can do is record yourself. If you click on record yourself, you can tell it's recording my microphone. And because I have my camera taken up with another program, it's not going to get my camera. But if I did have a camera connected, like a webcam, that would show up here like with myself in a little talking head video. And this is great for presentations that you're trying to do. So if I click record here, it's going to give me a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And then boom, it's going to start recording. And you can see it's recording. It tells you how long you've been recording. And then in the upper right-hand corner here, it tells you where it's recording from. So it's taking the audio from my default, which is my Rodecaster, which is where I want it to. So make sure your microphone is selected because a lot of times it won't be the correct device. And then under camera, I don't have a camera connected because I'm using it for another application. But if you do have a camera, you select the drop-down menu, select your webcam or camera, and you're good to go. And then once you're done, you hit done there or pause or whatever it may be. You can resume or hit done. Or if you wanted to, you can delete that. But I'm going to go ahead and click the done button here. And now what happens is it adds that recording right here as an element that I can add. So if I click on this guy, boom, it's going to start recording. You can see it's going to play back what we just recorded. So that's how you add or record yourself within Canva. Now, what if we wanted to add some audio, some background music? Well, we could click on this here. We could click on that and you can see it begins to play the audio track. Once you add audio to your slides within the Canva Presentations tool, you click on the element and it adds it to that specific slide. And it tells you down here the name of the audio file and in the upper portion of your canvas here. So what you want to do here is you can select the area of the song, like I'm doing here by clicking and holding and dragging, where you want the song to play. I want it to play from the start, so I'm going to go right here, and then I can pause or play by clicking the playhead there. Also, if I wanted to, I can adjust the volume. I can go here and make the volume less or more, or I could even mute the track if I wanted to. So again, whenever this is played back, that music will be playing. And how do you know there is a track on your presentation? You will see it down here at the very bottom of the screen. So if I click that there, you're going to see the music track here. If I click on that music track, it allows me to edit that even more. So I set the timing for all of these slides to be 15 seconds, so it's going to allow me to get up to around 45 to 50 seconds here of the audio track with a little bit of fade out at the end. If you've decided you don't want to add the audio, you can always click the trash can or delete track up here, and you are good to go. All right, couple more things before we close out that you may want to learn how to do. You can draw on your presentation or highlight. So we got a highlighter here, and we can highlight things and draw circles around things. Now, again, this would be more for like a live presentation, and you can do this in like studio mode. But that's how you add little doodles to your presentations if you want to, if you're a better artist than I am. And then under projects here, this is just going to be showing you, like right now I have an untitled design. But if I go up here and give this design, a Canva presentation, a name, so I'm going to go right here and I'm going to call this Master Canva Presentations, right? That's what I'm going to call this one here. And then when I do that, I hit enter. And as you can see, now it has been retitled. And right here, you can see this under my projects tab here as well. So anything you do within Canva will show up under your projects tab, and you can create folders and put all your presentations in specific folders. You can star some to have them come up to the top. You get the point, right? It's like your file managing system here within Canva. And then the apps, I'm not going to go over that. You could literally get into days worth of things with AI and all of that fun stuff within apps, but just know there are more in-depth things you can do there. All right, how do we present this and share this? Like, how do we export it and do all of those fun things? Once you are done and have completed your Canva presentation, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner, you will see two different options. You will see a present mode here, a present option here. This is going to be the most common thing you do, right? You build your presentation here within Canva. You take your computer or laptop to your office or your school or wherever you're presenting. You log into your Canva account and then go to your projects here, find the project and presentation that you've just done, or you can save it. And then once you've done that, go to present here in the upper right-hand corner, and we're going to have a number of ways we can present. If you have multiple screens and you're presenting to like a screen somewhere else and you have your laptop, you can go to presenter view, which allows you to see kind of what's coming up next, what's live right now on the main screen. This is great for people who are presenting in front of large crowds, or you can present in full screen if you want to record it. So present in full screen, I click present here and it just shows up. And as you can see right here, my little music is playing in the background, but you can see here my presentation is now available, and I can click the right and left arrows to go to the next slide, just like you would in any normal presentation. But if we go back to present here, we will see present and record. This is great for like YouTube videos. Make you a little presentation, go to present and record, and it's going to allow you to basically do a talking head voiceover and recording over the presentation. People are doing this now on YouTube all the time. It's a great way of capturing and doing instructional type stuff within the platform. And then you could either go to autoplay, which will, under autoplay, any of these timings that you've set up here, that's going to show up under autoplay. So if I go to present here, I'm going to mute the audio for the purposes of this. This slide will only last for 5 seconds because that's what I had it set for. So autoplay, just know, will take into account the durations here that you put under animations. So that's everything you would need to know under present. And you could also, by the way, just copy this link. So if you go to present here, you can just copy this link to this design, email it to yourself, and pull it up on whatever computer that you may be using at your workplace or school or wherever you may be putting any of this. Next, we're going to have the share option. If we go to share, this is going to be where we can invite people to collaborate on this presentation with us by going here and clicking in the add people option where it says share this design. And we can just, start typing in different email addresses here. And if we've sent things to them before, they'll pop up automatically, or we can go right here and just click on invite to team once they are pulled up. And by the way, when you add someone, you can give them the ability to edit, comment, or view. If you're like, I don't want them messing my stuff up, they can comment and make little comments on different elements and areas of the presentation, but they cannot make changes themselves. So you can give them the different options there and give them a little note and hit send, and that'll send them the link to be a collaborator on that design. Now, the link here is going to be what you can send out to people as well. How do we download or export this? If you go to download, right here, go to share, and then go to download, you will have the ability to export this in a number of different formats. PDF, this is great for like emailing the presentation for people to look over. Then you have MP4 video. This is an awesome option. This gives you an MP4 video where you can go in and exports, and it takes the animation timings into consideration. Or if you wanted to, you could even download the pages as separate files. You can download in JPEG format, PNG format, or even a short GIF. So if you do like a little animated slide, you can create your own GIFs here within Canva Presentations. Choose the one that you want. Let's just say I want it to be an MP4 video. I'll go to download. That's everything you needed to know about Canva Presentations. If you have any further questions about anything within the interface or how to use it, put those in the comments section below. Bounce back and forth between the timestamps if you need to. Like and share if this helped you out, and I will see you guys in the next video.